Hey guys, what's up? It is Reese, and today I'm going to share with you how I edit my Instagram pictures. Now I get a lot of questions about this all the time, and if you scroll through my Instagram feed, you can kind of see I go through phases and different themes and stuff like that. So I wanted to share with you how I do that. I actually have kind of two different methods. The first method is just like a really easy way anyone can edit pictures. It's just using the app ViscoCam, and I used this for so many years and for so long, but I've kind of upgraded recently to using Adobe Lightroom. This is a little bit more advanced, a little bit more of like a photography editing skill, and not everyone has the Adobe program, so I'm going to show you the free easy version first, and then I'm going to go into a bit more detail about how I edit now. So if you want to watch and stay tuned for that, you can go ahead and do that, but otherwise enough talking, let's get into editing some pictures. So my friend and I actually just went on like this fall photo shoot, and it was super cute. We got a bunch of cute pictures and I want to edit them all, and I want to make a more fall themed, something a little bit more warm toned, a little bit orangey, and just get in the fall mood. So that's what I'm going for today. Now I'm first gonna go on my phone and get into the app ViscoCam. So this video is not sponsored. This is just a free app that I've used for a long time, and I just think it's one of the best photo editing apps. So I'm gonna go and first add the pictures that I want to edit. Alright, so I'm gonna start with editing this picture here, and I'm gonna go to the filter section. Now all these filters I have are just free from whatever like the shop or download place is on Visco, and I just go for the free ones. You can pay for other filters, but I'm cheap. So I'm gonna scroll through and just kind of click on a bunch of different filters and see how I like them. I really like that one. I am going for like a warm kind of tone. Alright, so I'm gonna go with this M5 here because it's got a very warm tone. I'm gonna turn it down just a bit so that it's not super intense. Then I'm gonna go into the actual tools that you use to edit. So this is all of the lighting and coloring tools, and this is what is really important when editing your pictures. So exposure is always the first thing I do. And I just like my pictures to be kind of nice and bright, but you don't want to overexpose it or it's gonna look crazy. So just a little bit of brightness, and then also turn up the contrast because I like quite a contrasted picture. It just makes the darks darker and the lights lighter. And then for saturation, I want it to be kind of like fall and moody, so I don't want it to be too bright. If you go all the way up, it's gonna look like a rainbow, but I'm gonna keep it as it is because I kind of like it quite faded. And then another useful tool that I really love is white balance. This determines the temperature of the picture, whether or not it's gonna be cool toned or warm toned. So if you turn it down, it's gonna get nice and cool, and I usually am a cool toned person. I tend to go for that with my pictures, but I want it to be a little bit more warm and orangey, so I'm gonna keep it as it is because that filter, that M5 filter we put on it, was pretty warm as it is. And I think that's it. You can go ahead and play with the other tools. If you're looking to make like a color scheme, this split tone tool is really nice because then you can choose a color and it'll turn all the shadows or all the highlights kind of tinted to that color. So say you wanted a purple theme, you can go ahead and make all the shadows kind of have a purple tint, or you can have all the highlights go ahead and have a purple tint, and then just like of course tone it down so you're not super purple. And then what's really great about Visco is whatever you edit one picture, you can go ahead and copy those edits and paste them to your other pictures. So I'm gonna just select the picture, go ahead and copy those edits, and then paste them on the other two. So now this way all of your pictures have the same filter and they're all gonna correspond, and it's gonna make that theme look, and that's really important when you're creating a feed. You just want the pictures all to have the same filter and the same vibe, and then go ahead and for the individual pictures adjust some like lighting or coloring tools because each picture is gonna need just singular adjustments, but overall apply the same filter to all of them. So I really like how that looks. It's nice and contrasted, kind of moody, but it's still got that warm feel. And yeah, that's how I edit using Visco. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how I edit using Lightroom. So I usually use it on my computer because after I import all of my pictures from like my SD card, doing it on my computer is just the easiest way, but there's actually a Lightroom app as well, and I just upload my presets, or basically my own hello motorcycle, basically my own made filters. So a preset is just all of the settings that I like to use on a picture, kind of like copying and pasting the settings we just used in Visco, except that it's just on Lightroom. So it's a little bit more advanced if you guys want to watch it, because this is how I actually edit my pictures in the moment. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. So I actually have this picture up here, and this is an unedited picture. I have all the other pictures of like the little photo shoot we did down here, and this is what the final filter looks like. It's very bright and nice and warm toned. So I'm going to show you how I get from here to here. So the first thing I'm going to do is adjust the white balance, which again is just going to make something more warm or cool tone. So I'm going to make it a little bit more warm, and I'm also going to change the purples just a bit because I don't like things looking too green. I'm going to up the exposure to make it brighter, and then up the contrast. And then this is where Lightroom comes in more handy because there's a lot more tools, especially with the lighting and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of make the whites and the highlights brighter. If you want something to have a more faded look, you can make the blacks and the shadows brighter. This way they're not as contrasted, but I kind of like quite a contrasted look, so I'm going to keep that like that. I'm going to maybe increase the vibrance just a bit because once again, if you do the saturation, it's going to make it super colorful. Vibrance just kind of makes your colors that you have there already a little bit more vibrant instead of making them look crazy. And then the tone curve is something I would usually use. It's once again going to do with the lighting and the tone of the picture, but I kind of like how it looks already, so I'm going to keep that the same. And then here's something that I really like to do. I like to play with the colors. So here we have a lot of orange in this picture, but I don't quite like the orange. I want more of like a peach color, so I'm going to turn the hue of the orange a little bit more to the red side, and if you can see that big pumpkin, it's going to make it more red if I go all the way. But I'm just going to go a little bit so that it just turns those orange hues not so yellowy, but a little bit more red, peach toned. Same thing with the yellows. I'm going to go and tone that down a little bit so my whole picture is a little bit more peachy than it is yellow. And then let's see if I can play around with these guys here. Okay, so once again, this is going to make the red and the oranges a little bit more red. Green, do I want to change the green at all? Yeah, I'll make the green a little bit more bluish. Blue. Make it like that. So there's something still a little bit off. I think it's the exposure of the picture. I think I want the darks to be darker. I think I made it just a little bit too red. So I'm gonna go back and change that. Alright, so there we go. That is the final picture and that's the final edit, and then I would save that as a preset. So all you have to do, I think, is just press this little button here. Yeah, create preset, and then it'll save all the settings, and then you can use that to paste onto all of your other pictures. Once again, to have that entire feed and theme. If you want more details on that, I can definitely do like a blog post on how to make your own presets, and I can get into more technical details for those who want to know. But otherwise, that is how I edit my pictures. So this is just how all of the pictures turned out with that same filter. Once again, I was going for a very warm, kind of peachy, orangey tone, and I really like how they turned out. So my camera died just as I was about to film the outro, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was useful to you all because I'm not trying to hide the secrets of getting a good Instagram feed. That's what we're all striving for anyway. So once again, if you want like more in-depth or a little bit more of like a step-by-step, I can definitely do a blog post. And if you don't know, I have a blog. It's called basicallyreese.com. If you want to check it out, go ahead. But I hope you all enjoyed and have a wonderful day or night wherever you are. Peace.